Lynn, you know, when I heard this previous woman caller from New Jersey, when I heard her politics, now I know what her real problem is with Steve. She just doesn't like his politics. I hope Steve keeps interjecting on your program. It's the only bit of sanity that we hear during the night. And by the way, Lynn, I'm
the 4 hours before me and the 4 hours after me don't count.
You can never have enough conservatism. Liberalism is a disease that must be wiped out. And Lynn, I'm a Taurus also, so there goes that woman's argument that Tauruses and you get along, or you're compatible. But, you know, I noticed after my last call to you, you had the usual black caller respond to me in their usual intellectual style by not addressing any points I was making because they can't.
Well, so perhaps they respond on the same level as you, John.
No, I come up with specifics, Lynn. They're incapable of it. So what did he do? He just invited me to go to hell. Typical snappy comeback. And, of course, you fell right into line and agreed with him that I was a racist. Lynn, you're not one to accuse anyone of being a racist after your statement, quote, Kuwaitis are scum. So don't call anyone a racist from now on. And you asked the question.
Are they a separate race?
Well, according to you, you are. You put them all in one category with that statement.
Well, the people who run the country certainly are horrible.
We weren't there to install a different type of government. We were there to kick a bum out, which was our goal, and we did it.
Yeah, a bum that we armed illegally.
All of a sudden, you liberals are interested in the type of government. Right? You know, in Kuwait, you were interested in the type of government. When those people in Vietnam and South America were being slaughtered by communism, you said those people don't care what kind of government they have. As long as they've got a bowl of rice in their bellies, they're happy. And you asked the question, how does Rudy justify these comebacks or these cutbacks? Doesn't he take into account how they're going to affect the people? Well, how did Mr. Safe Streets, Safe Cities, your hero, David Dinkins, justify shutting down lights in this city when crime is running rampant just to save a few bucks? He really cared about the people, huh? And, you know, you say the problem in Vietnam was the United States. That's the usual left-wing line. You know, in the mid-1980s, Lynn, there was a group of Vietnamese that were dragged kicking and screaming because they were being forced to go back to Vietnam. These are the same people who the liberals and the left in this country kept telling us during Vietnam and our struggle with the communists in South America. We don't care what kind of government they have, or we shouldn't care what kind of government they have. They just want to have their families fed. They just wanted to be left alone. We were the problem, and if we just got out, everything would be all right. I never saw such a mass of people so desperate to leave a country that was, quote, all right for so many years after we left.
Do you know that there were 2 million people murdered by the Pol Pot regime in Cambodia?
Communists did the murdering, didn't they, Lynn?
That's right, but the fact is that the reason Cambodia got into that war was because this country illegally bombed Cambodia and lied to everybody about the bombing of Cambodia.
Yeah, there was no such thing as the domino theory either, was there, Lynn? When we left, they finally took over South Vietnam, they took over Laos, they took over Cambodia, and they're still trying to push into Bangkok. But there's no such thing as the domino theory. You and Bella Abzug should start wearing the same hats.
We do, and I'm proud of it. Thank you, John from Staten Island.